You walk into Passover, the same person, you missed it. Most people think this is just a holiday with weird bread. Well, what if I told you this is the one night of the year where you can delete fear from your mind and literally rewire your reality? The Zohar tells us two very significant secrets. That the spiritual light that is coming through the matzah, that is coming through this evening, the Zohar tells us it is a food of healing and a food of certainty in the light of the Creator. What is the connection between the healing and the certainty? A teacher, Rav Berg, would always remind us it's all about consciousness. What does that mean? That means that if a person is able to live in the consciousness of the light of the Creator, which is what? Everything is light. Everything is from the light of the Creator. There is nothing else but light. Not just to say these words, hear those words. What we're talking about is your actual experience in life. That you get to such a state, and this is the purpose of the spiritual work, where you cannot see, you do not see, and therefore never experience darkness again, because all your consciousness knows and experiences, because the experience is what matters, is the proof, is only goodness. We're not there yet. We need to first heal our consciousness, to heal our mind. Throughout this year, we've had moments of doubts. Throughout this year, we've had moments of fear. We had moments, hours, days, months, weeks of feeling and experiencing darkness. Our consciousness is sick. It's not enough to say, oh, I can awaken certainty on Passover night. Beautiful. But what do we do with all the weight of all the fears and all the doubts and all the darkness that we experience that is not with us? The answer is Passover evening. So two things must happen on the night of Pesach. Two things we must ask that night. Two things we must experience that night. First, I ask the light of the Creator to heal my consciousness, heal my mind, not just moving forward, because that's the second part. The first part is the weight of my negative consciousness. It's my fears, it's my doubts, my darkness that I bought into. We can't fix it. We can't add a new consciousness unless you clean up the old. So the first thing we ask for on Passover night, I want the light of this evening to heal my mind. And what does that mean? Freedom from all that I have brought upon my consciousness. Every moment of fear, every moment of doubt, every moment of dark experiences has weighted down my consciousness. But what's available on Passover night is to be healed of all my previous doubts and fears and all the negative consciousness that we brought into our mind, into our consciousness, into our reality. And then, and only then, when we receive the first gift, we can get to the second gift, to experience a whole new, pure, complete level of certainty in the light of the Creator. We need to bind ourselves with certainty to the light of the Creator. That's what's available. It is possible to an individual that makes 100% of the connection this evening, that after this connection, into the next day and into the rest of one's life, all we experience is light, because our consciousness has been bound with certainty to the light of the Creator. What an opportunity. This is the secret of freedom. When we talk about this evening of Zman Cherutenu, it is the ability to become free of our previous consciousness and the weight of our fears and our doubts, and then into a new reality. We know, as on Yom Kippur and any other day of connection, the last moments, the Ne'ilah, the last connection we make is the combination of the purpose of everything we did before. What is the Ne'ilah? What comes towards the end of our connection? We all sing by numbers, but it ends of Echad Eloheinu, Eloheinu b'shamayim u'ba'aretz. The singularity. There is only oneness. There is only the light of the Creator. If I ask you this question before Pesach night, yes, of course, I know that there's only the light of the Creator, but the ancient Hebrew word knowing, Yodea, the Rav would always remind us, it's not about what's up here in our head, it's what you're connected to completely, and therefore your experience is. And the entire focus of our whole Passover evening, the Seder, should be directed in this direction. I want to end this evening not with I heard in a class that there is only the light of the Creator. I want it to become the totality of my consciousness, Echad Elohenu. There's only one. Even where there is, for others, there is what's called judgment, din, Elokim, I see only the light of the Creator, only goodness. That's where we're going to Passover night. This is what is available to every single one of us, and the entire consciousness needs to be directed. And we'll finish this connection with the deep knowledge, deep yedi'ah, deep knowing that there is only the light of the Creator. Life is meant to be and can be and will be so different after our connection.
If you enjoyed this video, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and share with your friends. Book now with me one-to-one session in angel coaching and communication coaching. To learn more, email or DM me. Enjoy the video.
Second, there's a verse in Isaiah that we want to keep in mind, 3 words. Beyom Yeshua Azalticha. On the day that is dedicated to miracles and redemption, to be elevated out of all darkness. The Creator says, I will help you. And this is what the Seder it is about, and Yom Yeshua, Beyom Yeshua Azalticha. On the day of great redemption, elevation, the Creator says to every single one of us, I'm coming to help you. We read a few weeks ago Megillah, the book of Esther, where Haman is trying to kill Mordechai and all the Israelites. And then, when does everything begin to change? It says, Balayla u nadeda shnat hamelech. That night, the king was not able to sleep. The Midrash tells us that every time it says in the books, in the prophets, the phrase Balayla u, that night, it's referring to the night of the Seder. And that from the beginning of time, this night has been prepared for miracles, for elevation, for salvation, and therefore even on the calendar, the night the king could not sleep was the night of the Seder. But of course, it's referring not to, on the deepest level, to the king. It's referring to the light of the Creator. On this night, the Creator can't sleep. Why? In the prophets, we are told the story of the greater Syrian king, Sancherev. He comes with one of his great military leaders, Rav Shakeh, and they come to destroy the city of Jerusalem. Sancherev and Rav Shakeh come to surround the city of Jerusalem, preparing to destroy it at night. Rav Shakeh is standing with the great king, Sancherev, outside the walls of Jerusalem. And it's the night of the Seder. And they hear the Israelites, as we will do Passover evening, sing the Hallel, sing the songs of joy, of redemption, of appreciation. So Rav Shakeh, his great military leader, said to his king, Sancherev, Chazor le'achorecha. Tonight is not the night. Tomorrow is not the day to try to kill these people, to try to destroy the city of Jerusalem. Sancherev asked why he wants, he asked why. He wants to know what is happening tonight, that this is not the night to destroy Jerusalem. This is not the night to kill all the Israelites. He says, because this night, their God, the Creator, is busy all night creating miracles. Eloea shel umah zo asuku liot oseh lahem nisim balayla hazeh. Miracles happen all the time. But this night, the Creator does not sleep, meaning there's not a moment of rest, not a moment within where miracles aren't being created. Now, Sancherev, the great king, it says, Haya mevazeh al Yerushalayim. Sancherev, that was a great king with a great army, when he come to Jerusalem and he says, this tiny city, it's like a joke. I brought all of my huge army for this little tiny, insignificant, easy to conquer and destroy city. It was a joke to him that he even has to do a battle. Such a small city, this wasn't even going to be a battle. In 2 seconds, it will be over. So Sancherev, the king, ignoring his general Rav Shakeh, who knew about this night, he says to his soldiers, go to sleep, have a good rest, and tomorrow we're not going to do any battle. Each one of us is going to take one of the stones in Jerusalem, and we're going to go. It will be over in a second. The Creator sends his angels, and the angel come, and he destroyed, killed. There was a plague that came upon all the soldiers of Sancherev that were in camp, sleeping outside Jerusalem, and they all died. A miracle that happened, of course, on the night of Passover. And there's many more miracles every time we find on the night miracles, 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 always awakened here. You want to remember, Beyom Yeshua Azalticha. This is the night when miracles, redemption, salvation are being prepared. And this is what's available. Grab it. Eloea shel umah zo asuku liot oseh lahem nisim balayla hazeh. The Creator is busy, busy, busy this night creating miracles. Grab the miracles, grab power to awaken miracles in all areas of your life. And I will end with a blessing Rav Brandwein gave the Rav from the prophets for you and the entire world. Ki yemei tzedcha me'eretz Mitzrayim erenu niflaot. May we merit, because of the connection and consciousness that we make this evening, to see now after Pesach with our own eyes miracles greater even than they saw in Egypt. Passover night is a night that comes once a year to heal our consciousness, to bind ourselves in certainty to the light of the Creator, so that our mind is a different mind, our consciousness is a different consciousness, where we will always see and really know and therefore experience light all the time, that we will draw from the Creator being busy that night, creating all the miracles and Yeshua and redemption and salvation and the elevation that we need, and therefore we will merit to be different people after this evening. We will start to see miracles in all our lives all the time. What an opportunity. May we all bless to understand it, to do everything we can to connect to it and to see the fruits of this great evening.